After watching Raging Bull, I just wanted to throw a nice right hook at the screen. Raging Bull is a gritty biopic about boxer Jake LaMotta that has all the grace and artistry of an actual bull rampaging through a china shop. Director Martin Scorsese seems to think he's crafted some brilliant masterpiece, but in reality, this film is a flailing mess that beats you over the head for 2 hours straight. Scorsese attempts to give us an unflinching look at LaMotta's inner demons, but forgets that audiences generally prefer not to spend their evenings watching a violently abusive man unravel while yodeling Italian catchphrases and gorging on pasta. We get it, Jake has issues. Unfortunately, sitting through his unrelenting tirades is about as enjoyable as taking an anger management class in prison. Robert De Niro's portrayal of LaMotta is about as subtle as the raging bull he shares a nickname with. His overacting includes putting on 60 pounds to depict the boxer in later years, a cheap gimmick to remind audiences that, remember, this film is a capital A art because an actor gained weight for a role. De Niro's performance hits with all the nuance of a wrecking ball as he froths at the mouth, literally bashes his head into walls, and generally makes you concerned you're watching a man have a 2-hour-long stroke. The boxing scenes also showcase Scorsese's unique ability to shoot brutality in the most disorienting way possible. The camera spastically whips around the ring as if powered by a caffeinated gerbil, while smacking sound effects amplifier up to 11 add to the pounding headaches this film surely induced in theaters. Apparently, Scorsese confused inducing migraines with artistic genius. And perhaps the most unbearable part of this rage-filled nightmare is the impressively terrible casting for the role of Jake's wife, Vicky. Kathy Moriarty had zero acting experience when she landed the part, beating out hundreds of qualified actresses like Meryl Streep in an obvious display of Scorsese valuing looks over talent. Moriarty flounders her way through the film, drawing attention to her poor acting skills as she attempts to portray the suffering spouse. At times, you almost root for Jake to give her a good wallop to put her out of her misery. The only mercy here is that the film clocks in at just 129 minutes, sparing audiences from more of Jake's boneheaded decisions and deepening descent into violence and paranoia. But 129 minutes spent watching a man savagely beat his brother and wife, scream Italian gibberish, and unroll like a fire hose gushing toxic masculinity is more than enough to leave you wanting to uppercut your screen. In the hands of a competent director, Raging Bull could have provided interesting commentary about violence begetting violence. But under Scorsese's sloppy direction, the film glorifies brutality while wallowing in Jake's cruelty and anger issues. Ultimately, this raging mess should be put out to pasture, not honored as some grand achievement in filmmaking. While critics may praise it, general audiences will likely leave feeling like they just sat through an actual bullfight, queasy, irritated, and wondering what the point of all that senseless violence was.